Sound the alarm. You heard the theme song. This is Blurred Alert, a place where we talk toys, movies, comics, and more. And today we are celebrating happy belated Ghostbusters Day. We have none other with us than Mondo RGB Toy Golden Boy, Alex Brewer.
Oh,
Hey, how are you doing this evening? Thank you for joining us here on Blurred Alert.
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back. It's great to be with you guys again. And talking Ghostbusters. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Doing well.
good.
Doing
Double dipped,
fantastic.
like twice in 1 year, That's kind of uncalled for. No,
I
totally
I
called
hope I'm
for.
like I hope I become a series regular. Really is
You
what
might
I'm
be a
Exactly. We got to
fan
have
angling
you on. It's
for.
good. It's good. We want to spread the love, but also we just loved having you on. It was a good time last time talking Spider-Man. Happy to have you back for another Ramble and Rank. Also with us this evening, as always, along with me on this fantastic voyage. Oop, I would be remiss if I did not introduce myself. I am Quip, aka Scotty Quippin, aka Stephen Cute Yerkle. And along with us, we have Brandon Gash, aka BG, and for this evening, we're going to call him RBG, the real Brandon Gash. There you go.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
what's going on?
crazy. That hit me in the feels. That feels really good.
Not to be
I'm
confused with the
excited.
Filmation Brandon Gash.
Yes,
I
the
know. I don't want to
Filmation
get
Brandon
sued.
Gash doesn't compare.
No suing me, but that's fantastic. I'm excited. Glad Alex is back. I love Ghostbusters, so as you can see, it's ecto cooler in the background.
It
So
is.
I'm on
It
theme. I'm
is.
ready to go.
Awesome, awesome. And then, as always, of course, we have Sebastian Gomez, también conocido como El Jefe de Juguetes. That's just I love that moniker for you. How are you doing this evening, Seb?
I'm gonna put that on my business card.
Do it.
Hmm.
I dig it.
I'm good, dude. I'm a little tired. I drove a lot, but it was totally worth it. And I'm good. I'm ready.
You did.
Yeah,
And we're
it's
going to
great.
get into a
Sebastian
little bit.
drove to New York. It's crazy.
Craziness,
Hmm.
crazy work.
Yeah.
10-hour
From
drive. Was it?
Ohio, picked up, what was it? I know you and your mom started off in a Studebaker, right? Singing Moving Right Along. Dug, 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 dug. Little road trip.
Oh, just like
Um,
the Goofy movie.
Oh no, I was
I was
thinking like the Muppets
picturing that
movie, but
Seth
yeah.
Rogen
That's
movie with the.
Yeah.
which one?
Oh,
Which Seth Rogen? What?
I think Barbara Streisand plays his mom, and they go on a road trip together.
wow, I haven't seen that Seth
It's called
Rogen
like
movie.
man.
the Guilt Trip. It's a
Oh,
real
Oh,
movie.
that is a
It
hilarious
happened.
title. I'll need to check it
Okay,
out. Nice,
checking it out.
nice.
It's on the watch list.
Okay.
I mean, I've never
Before we
seen
get,
it, so I don't recommend. I can't recommend.
Oh
you can't
man,
recommend it. You just
you
knew
can't
about
do
it.
that. You
All
can't
right,
do that.
fair enough, fair enough. You're not co-signing it. All right. Before we dive a little too much, let's give y'all a rundown of how we're gonna do this show. We're gonna talk a little bit about Ghostbusters, the celebration, Ghostbusters Day that Seb and Alex took a part of, that the YHS, that's the Yes Have Some crew over at Toy Anxiety put together and kind of hosted this year. Is this the second annual one that they held? Is it
I think
no, I don't
third,
know.
third,
They've been
right?
doing
third?
it for a
Okay, I
minute.
thought it was the second or the third.
No, I guess it's just for YHS. It was the second.
Okay.
I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. All right. Cool. But there was lots of fun festivities. Alex was one of the guests of honor there. You may or may not. Well, actually, at this point, why be coy? You debuted some Mondo toys, an exclusive 4-pack for San Diego Comic Con. We'll talk about that a little bit too. Then we're gonna jump into the ranking. We're gonna rank our top Ghostbusters just media properties. So that includes comic books, that includes video games, that includes cartoons and the movies. We're going to go through each of our respective top threes. And remember, they are our list. So if you disagree, tough Twinkies Toots, put it in the chat if you disagree and go ahead and give us your ranking of your favorite top Ghostbusters media. And then to close it out, we're going to have a little Ghostbusters draft. And we'll go over the rules of that later, but we're going to be building our teams based off of the different media interpretations of the different Ghostbusters characters. And there are going to be some rules, some twists and turns, but it's going to be fun as we build our teams as part of that Ghostbusters draft. All right. So without further ado, let's say hey to the chat, to the A1s and Stay ones, to the folks who've been holding us down for a minute. Shout out to the BAMPs. And also, if this is your first time here joining us on Blurred Alert, welcome. We hope you join us again in the future, just like Alex has joined us again, right? Just keep on coming back. It's going to be a good time. All right, first and foremost, we got VPG right out the gate. A1 since day one. He's already got his team lined up. He's got Kylie, Winston, Holtzman, and Podcast. That is a solid team.
Good
I
team.
even pulled that up to give these folks any ideas. We also got the real Mega Bros. What's going on? We got Andrew of Andrew's Gatey's Toys. We got Mr. Michael T. Accomplish Everything Tube, whom again is responsible for the music that you heard at the very beginning. He's our theme song. Maestro, who put it together for us. We are always and forever thankful for Accomplish Everything Tube. Shout out to him. Who else do we got in here? We got BG in the chat. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere.
Right there.
And a couple people. Hey, Detroit Dave, what's going on? TNT's Dynamite. We got Just Tapes in the chat holding it down. And we also got Nolan. What's going on, Nolan? None other than Tony Taylor Toys. Happy Ghostbusters Day. He actually showed some really cool stuff with respect to, I think it was a Ray Parker Jr. Kenner style. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So cool.
that was
Sold
cool.
for a lot of money, bro.
That's killer, man.
Yeah.
That's really awesome stuff. Might have to pull that up and just share it
Yeah.
for the folks who may not have seen it. We got Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. We've got Esther Arriaga, and here we go. We also got
Arriaga.
Danny. Look, he's got Arriaga's art in us. Absolutely, I love it. Let's see. So scrolling. Anybody else? So many. Oh, hey. Also, we got Josh Brown's toys, or Josh Brown Toys, regular attendee. Thankful for you all spending your Monday evening with us. And now that we've said hello to the chat, anybody else will be trickling in. Oh, almost forgot too. Tech, who did me a solid. There was a little bit of banter in the last Gotham City Tonight chat, where we were kind of going back and forth. You and Alex and Dole were talking about, theme songs that were really catchy, that we loved. Great episode. If you haven't seen it, please
Was
go
this
check
the
out
famously
Gotham City Tonight.
canceled one that we did last week that got pulled down?
Oh,
What?
did it get pulled down because of all the different clips? Oh, bummer.
Of
Yeah.
course.
We've
Playing
been
with
there.
fire.
There's all sorts of rules about like live streaming versus just cutting a video. Like if you want to do
Yeah.
a video like that, apparently you just got to pre-record it, then post it up. A little less fun, but rules are rules. But yeah, there was some chat that Tech and I were going back and forth. We were doing the Bots Master theme, and he was cool enough. So Tech works the convention circuit with Gary, and he was cool enough to do kind of like a little cameo. But he sent me a video on IG, and it was the voice of Zip Zoolander, just saying, hey, just giving me a shout out along with Tech. So definitely appreciate
That's
it for that.
awesome.
That was really cool. That brightened my day. I appreciated it. Really cool stuff. So shout out to Tech. And then also we have with us Chris Bobinski. All right, lots of folks in the chat. It's awesome. But let's go ahead and again get to talking about this past weekend's festivities. So Seb, you took a road trip. You went to the YHS festivities for Ghostbusters Day. Did you have fun? You got any pictures that you want to share or pull up, or you just want to share about the experience of participating?
There are some pictures. I didn't set anything up, but they're on our Instagram. Jason, who works and is friends with YHS, he took a couple of really good photos of like the event and everything, and we asked him if he could take a couple of pictures of us together, like the guys and everything. So we've all kind of been sharing them. You mentioned Cameo. I have a story about Cameo. It's a really quick one, but
Go for it.
during my wedding day, I was stressed out because it's stressful. And my wife sent me like a series of little gifts, and one of them was like an email link, and I clicked it, and it was a cameo from the actor that plays Jerry in Parks and Rec.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah.
And he just started talking about like, hey, and he was in character, right? So he was talking to his wife. She was like off screen, and he was telling her that Sebastian was getting married and all that stuff. And he played the character the whole way through, and basically like that video knocked me out of whatever I was feeling. Like it put me back in the path of like this is a happy day, you know. But that's the first and only cameo that I've had, but it was a good one for sure. Very timely.
That is a
That's
solid one.
amazing.
And that was a wedding day present from your wife?
It was
Like,
the
on
day,
the-
dude. It
That
was
is
the day.
awesome.
Yeah, basically, like I had a black and white picture of like family members from my family, and they were yay size. But then we had pictures of other family members that were this big. So then I had to get those pictures to match the size of them because, you know, feelings. So, so I'm trying to do all these things. And I'm texting my wife, and her friend, I guess, took her phone, and she's like, "You're not talking to her. She's getting ready." And I'm like, "What? What am I supposed to do?" Anyways, it worked out. But yeah, that little video. Am I named after little Sebastian? No, I think he's named after me, actually.
He's got to be named after you. You're definitely older
Yeah,
than
you-
little Sebastian.
Yeah, you came first.
How does
dude.
time work?
I don't
How
know.
does time work?
But when I left Florida, I got a shirt that said Little Sebastian from one of my friends. So
Okay,
anyhow,
that's awesome. So
yeah,
Ghostbusters
dude.
Day.
Ghostbusters Day was great. I had planned it. I had it planned for a while, and I knew I was gonna go. I told Gary from my new gig that I needed to take those 2 days because I was gonna drive. The mom thing came after. I added it because she was visiting and she had never been to New York.
That's
So I
awesome.
told her I'm like I'm gonna go to the party on my own, but we can do Saturday together. And it was great. It was very hot, which wasn't great. Very sweaty.
Especially
But,
on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Was it
But,
humid or something, or what was
It was
wrong?
like 90 something degrees, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
but yeah, it was great seeing Alex. It was great seeing the podcast live. Seeing a
Seeing
lot
some
of
Ecto
people.
ones. I took Sebastian's picture in front of the one of the Ecto ones. They were
You did.
beautiful. They were
Thank
just
you
like
for that.
absolutely
Nice.
perfect, straight
They were
out of the
pristine.
movie.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone
Nice.
was very nice. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let me see if I can pull that one up. That one's on your photography page, though, right? So
I
know you
don't,
like
I
to
don't, I don't
keep
think
that
so, dude.
separate. No, is it on your
I
photo
know,
page? Where is it?
I know this is a dumb question, especially for Alex at this point. But have you guys put on a proton pack at all in real life? Like, even if it's a replica, like, has anybody, like, nobody, not even a fan,
I
is
know.
like, "Hey, made this,
I haven't.
put this on?"
Nope.
No.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I talked to a couple of Ghostbusters that like and yeah, they're heavy. I mean, like if you're a true proton pack, like once you've got like the Alice frame and everything, like it's they're lugging around like some serious weight,
Yeah.
and to see like everyone on Ghostbusters Day with like their gear, in the heat, just it's like the endurance of these people is like really
It's like a
inspiring.
weighted
But
vest.
there was one guy walking around with like the slime blower pack,
Oh,
and
God,
it was
no.
it was
Whoa, that is
purple.
dedication.
It
That's
was movie
crazy.
style, but it was like purple, like the Kenner toy, and yeah, the Ghostbusters, the Tennessee Ghostbusters, shout out that I was with. They're like, oh yeah, man, the slime blower packs are really heavy. Like,
That's
yeah,
crazy, man.
it's
50 to 60 pounds.
respect.
Holy
50
It's like
to
walking around
60.
with both your boys strapped
Yeah,
to your
that's
back,
what they
Sebastian,
said.
the whole time.
dude, and I was complaining, and I had nothing on me at all.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
It's
yeah, I don't know
Well,
if you're
other
gonna find
highlights.
anything, Quip. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
Well,
gonna
I was
other
find
looking. I
highlights
know
or
I've seen the
stuff.
pictures, but I can't find the picture that you shared. I think you texted it to us. So it's
I think
okay.
so.
But you know what? I do have pictures of. I've got pictures of these little guys by way of the YHS podcast IG. Let me share this screen real quick because these little dudes are really rad. Boom. We've got
there they are.
Woo!
Nice.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Citizen Ghosts Ghostbusters from Mondo. These are the
So good.
1/12 scale real Ghostbusters, along with again this little dude.
Yep, got another Slimer for you.
Another Slimer variant. Man, it's so awesome. So quick high level as far as you know, why these were particularly chosen, why you felt like, hey, this is a great way to kind of put up the 4-pack. Alex, give us the high level, because you're going to be zooming in on these and having a whole stream on the Mondo Toy Talk, but you know, give us a little taste, a little peek.
Yeah, I mean, like for those who don't know, Citizen Ghost is sort of that connective tissue episode where it's a flashback to sort of the events that happened right after the movie that then kind of lead into some of the differences with the cartoon. So it's like, so the guys are coming back from having just defeated Gozer, and they're like covered in like the Stay Puft marshmallow, and you know, and their suits are contaminated because it's like, it's not just regular marshmallow, it's like Gozer, you know, ecto marshmallow. So they have, you know, Egon's like, we have to destroy these uniforms, and they have like their new uniforms came in, which is why they have like the multicolored jumpsuits in the cartoon. So not only is it explaining that, it's also more sort of explaining how like Slimer came to be, like, you know, went from adversary to like part of the family. So it's like, you know, as you see in the movie, like Slimer escapes with all the other ghosts out of the containment unit. So this is like, he's like still hanging around the firehouse, stealing their food and stuff.
It's such a good episode.
And that was just one episode, like 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
covered all that.
I mean, I kind of described the whole thing.
No, yeah.
And the frame story is they're doing Cynthia Crawford is doing a news story on the Ghostbusters, and she's getting the story of, you know, how they came to be working with Slimer, and yeah, it's got the Citizen Ghost is a Citizen Kane reference, I guess, because it's a flashback. But yeah. Yeah, the set here also comes with the so that 3-eyed ghost is it appears in the episode, but he's also like clearly modeled after the Kenner bug-eyed ghost toy, which was like a purple, you could squeeze it and the eye would pop out. So I clocked that and I was like, oh, we gotta do that. He's such an iconic ghost. And then, yeah, Bug-Eye. And then next to him is Slug, the little orange ghost, who is kind of a generic ghost that appears throughout the series, but he's also, in the very first episode of the cartoon, he's a member of Ghosts R Us, which is like a sort of rival ghost busting business that these 3 ghosts start to put the Ghostbusters out of business. So
when I started watching, I watched while I was working today. I put in the background, I put the first 2 movies, and I put Real Ghostbusters. So I was watching that episode, The Ghosts Are Us, and I saw him, and I was like, oh, that's the guy.
There you go. And now you got to watch Citizen Ghost, because that's like technically what happens right after the first movie. So it's like bonus scene.
Nice. I didn't realize that was the significance of Citizen Ghost. I am a RGB casual. Right? I can't call myself a mega fan, so I definitely will have to go back and watch this episode. That's cool.
You gotta dive in, Quip. This is a good place to start too. And these figures. So the beginning of the episode is obviously they're wearing the tan suits from the movie. So this figure set comes with swappable parts to make the human versions of the Ghostbusters in the suits, which I believe is a first time for action figures. Like we've gotten Citizen Ghost repaints before, like Mattel did it with their Mego figures, Diamond Select did it with their figures, but this is the first time I believe we've gotten like all 4 guys from RGB in the movie costumes, which is pretty fun.
So this is a great way to kind of get that, get all 4 of them, because they're coming with the human components as well. And it's just kind of one fell swoop. You have an entire Ghostbusters collection that also can pivot. I mean, if you want to get 2 sets, I don't know what the purchase limits are, but if you want to just get all 4 easily, hey, well, I don't know how easily because they're San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but get in there and try your hand at picking up 2 of these
absolutely
sets.
Yeah, if you've been on the fence, like this is a way to get to get all 4 Ghostbusters in one fell swoop. Also, if you're more of a fan of the movies, like it's their movie looks, so it's something for everyone.
Yeah, this is like the ultimate set for both fans, you know, movie and cartoon.
Dude,
So
it's a
it's a sweet
huge,
spot.
it's a huge set. It has a lot of stuff. Like we were watching Alex unpack it, and him trying to keep track of all that stuff seemed kind of crazy. You know how Mezco has like those little, a bunch of little tiny things that you know you're gonna lose. This pack is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to buy 3 packs, you can make like the Stranger Things customs from season 2.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You know when they all
And
dress up as Ghostbusters.
if anybody is buying multiple packs of these, again, because I am an RGB casual, but I am an Ecto Cooler mega fan, I will happily take one of those Slimers off your hand for myself.
I saw that the Halloween one is already shipping. Is that right?
Yeah,
The
I've heard
Halloween
that
Samhain?
too. This Halloween Samhain. Oh,
Nice.
and speaking of the Slimer, that food is removable. So if you just want kind of like plain Slimer, or if you want to give the food to like
To
the other
Vincent?
Slimer, like you can do that.
Sharing
You can
his
give
food.
the food to the other Slimer.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he doesn't hold it quite as well, but he can hold it, you know, a
Okay.
little
All
bit.
right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
And
like
then,
the
just for informational purposes, Josh Brown asking an important question: is there going to be an online drop too? Is this going to be available online at Mondo Shop, or is it only going to be available at San Diego Comic Con like first, and then any that remain are going to be made available after?
Yeah, I think I can say that it'll be like consistent with how we usually
How you usually
do
do the drops, okay.
San Diego Comic Con exclusive. So yeah, I mean, I think like we want to make it so that everyone who wants this has a chance to get it.
For sure.
That's how I'll say it.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. Yep.
Well, I'm getting mine full show. I need that in the background over here.
And then
Yeah,
this
oh,
is
yeah.
a concept that you cooked up. You were inspired because you were hyped for the celebration on your trip. I think you said, did you take a train?
Yes,
New
I
York,
took,
Alex?
yeah,
Okay,
because
all
I'm
right.
in Massachusetts, so it's a train ride.
So I do want to pull up.
How long a trip
because-
is that? Because I know, Sebastian, you said 10 hours. For you, Alex, how long a trip is that?
It was a little over 4.5 hours, like each way.
On the train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we got a special request from Andrew of Andrew's Gady's Toys, and it is Pride Month, so we kind of gotta honor the request
gotta honor
of
this.
Andrew. We're gonna
You
pull
better do
up.
it.
Ultimate Janine fan for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So here we go. We got this
Sick.
Stay Puft concept. Again, this is a concept. This is you doing it for funsies. This isn't like a reveal of Mondo's
Right.
making this. This is Alex is making fun figures.
This was just,
So wait
yeah,
a minute. Do you did this on the train, on your 4-hour train ride?
Yes. No. Well, both ways. So it was
Okay,
9 hours, I guess.
Okay.
With
Still
bathroom breaks.
impressive because the train is rocking. So I'm like,
Yeah, it was.
how are you able to make smooth lines and like finesse
was-
this the way it needs to be?
It was a little tricky, yeah. Also, like at first, like I couldn't connect to Wi-Fi, and there's, I don't know if you have this problem, but like on ZBrush on iPad, like if you're not connected to Wi-Fi, you don't have access to the full version.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
it
just did
likes
something
to
wrong.
check your license, which sucks.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So I didn't have access to like most of the brushes I use. So anyway, that's neither here
Damn,
nor
dude.
there. But yeah, no, it was fun.
Still
Mr. Michael
amazing.
T saying first the Dana one and now this one. Come on, Mondo. Fingers crossed. And then Tony
Very
Taylor
true.
Toys also, spying out those finer details. You got the marshmallow heels.
Yeah, I had to do a little bit of the Monster High thing. I was like very excited for that Gozer Monster High doll. So I was like, what can I do with the heels? Like how do I incorporate more marshmallow elements to this?
Absolutely. And I read like you were inspired by some of the cosplayers and like some of the people dressed up there at the event. Did
Yeah.
anybody dress like this?
There was a woman.
Oh yeah, there were a couple.
was?
Stay Puffed like dress, cosplays. Some like just proper Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man cosplays. Like, it's definitely not exactly this, but like,
Right.
I think like this. I think the sailor suit kind of lends
Mhm.
itself, to this treatment. But
It looks so good, like the colors and like everything is so rich for a figure. I hope in the future.
Thanks.
I'm just saying,
It
like,
could be a good New York Comic-Con, they're
exclusive,
in New York. It's kind of,
Yeah, I
Stay
mean-
Puft took New York by storm. This could take New York Comic-Con by storm. Just floating it out
Right.
there,
I
putting it
would
into the
love
universe.
it. I think it'd be really fun.
That'd be awesome. Okay.
But yeah, the cosplays were so next level on
Mm.
Ghostbusters Day. I mean, there was a guy fully dressed like Sam Hain. Like, yeah, I met him at New York Comic Con as well, and it's the most impressive. I mean, it is Sam Hain. Like, it has a working like jaw mechanism, and he's tall, and it was like 90 degrees, and he's in the that's like true commitment. And it was amazing to see, like, to be in front of the actual firehouse and have Sam Hain like going up to it. There was an Ivo Shandor, the guy who kind of like he built the building from Ghostbusters 1, created the cult of Gozer, and J.K. Simmons like plays him in Afterlife. And he was in the like full kind of like regalia and walking around, and I saw there was an Extreme Ghostbusters proton pack that was like it was so show accurate. Like, it had like the canisters and everything, and like the blaster was perfect, but it was also like all made out of metal and looked like a real movie prop. It was phenomenal. Like the creativity and the ingenuity on display.
Metal in 90-degree heat.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I don't know how anyone did, and most of the people there were in some kind of gear uniform. It was like amazing to see.
That's awesome.
This is a good call out from Dust Tapes. If it gets made, it should come in a Cracker Jack style box.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Stay puffed, branding. But no, that could be cool. Absolutely. All right.
That would be fun if it was just in a bag of like a Stay Puft marshmallow bag, and we use like packing peanuts to like protect it.
That would be really cool. All right. Well, we are almost 30 minutes into it. It is a ramble and rank. We have rambled, and now, gentlemen, are we ready to rank? Okay, we're going to go in. I'm going to pull up the graphics, and we're going to start off with. Actually, hold on. We don't want to start off with our number 1 picks. We want to start off with our number 3 picks, and then we're going to slow build to it. All right, build suspense. All righty. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So I'm going to share this screen. Boom, boom. All right, y'all see it. Number 3, Ramble and Rank. Hey, we're transitioning from one Stay Puft to this Stay Puft. And Alex, as the guest of honor, we're going to let you kick it off. Your number 3 pick is
Ghostbusters
2. All right, so why is that your number 3 pick, Alex?
Well, it's awesome, right? Like, it's funny. This is the one I probably remember the most as a kid. Like I it's like it was the one that like kind of felt like the cartoon, because like the cartoon had come and been a hit, and then this movie, I think those were sort of the expectations, and so many things from it just like really like are burned into my brain, like the river of slime, seeing them fall into the river of slime and just like getting carried away. Like I remember my main memory of it is like, and this is kind of like was kind of true of like all these like 80s, 90s, early 90s properties. Like I'd be introduced to it as through the cartoon, and then you'd see on TV the live action version. You'd be like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? You just called him Egon. They have the proton packs. What? This is the but they're real. They're real people. Like, that was. I mean, at least for me, that was like a mind-blowing thing to discover. Like, Back to the Future that way, to be like, wait a minute, Doc and Marty, but they're real. Like,
wow. Okay.
So yeah, so Ghostbusters 2 was sort of that for me, and yeah, I just like the bathtub that like comes alive, and loved like Janine's look in this, and it was just a lot of fun. The Scolari brothers. I mean, the ghosts in this one were really like kicked up a notch, like to that again. So I guess that cartoony kind of animated level, but like the Scoleri brothers just look so good. The crazy like mink coat that comes alive, like it has that like Kenner Fright features kind of quality to it. There was, I believe, this got cut, but there was like a subway ghost that was just like this gigantic like frog thing that like if that had made it into the movie, it would have been like probably nightmare fuel, but like also amazing.
I remember that subway scene though when Ray and Winston were down there. That freaked me out as a kid.
Winston.
Yeah.
There are some haunting like images, like even both movies, but there's some haunting things throughout that movie that as a horror fan, I'm like, yes, especially mixed with the cartooniness of it all. And I'm like, this is a perfect kids movie, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything that you want. It's gooey, it's sloppy, it's like it's everything that you want.
I love the pink slime too. Like there's something about those because they would use it to like light scenes with that kind of like pink glow. It like that just feels like Ghostbusters to me, like otherworldly, unnatural magenta light.
Yeah, like it's this weird combination because I mean Ghostbusters the original definitely more geared towards, I'd say, grown-ups. Like there was still kind of a fun factor that of course any kid is going to want to be into and want to watch it and everything. But growing up, I was introduced late to Ghostbusters, and I feel like Ghostbusters, well, I was introduced late because Ghostbusters were the devil. That's part of why I wasn't necessarily an RGB kid too, because they were the devil in our house, and so I wasn't allowed to watch it. I'd have to like sneak and like kind of watch a little bit of the cartoon, change the channel.
I mean, the devil is literally in one of the episodes. Or a lesser demon, but they call him the devil.
But seeing that Ghostbusters 1 was kind of more mature, but Ghostbusters 2, it felt like what happens to a lot of movies once they kind of see some popularity and even explore popularity amongst the kids is, while they did make it a little goofier, a little zanier, there still were just those moments that were really intense and almost scarier than the first one. So it was this weird balance of, we're going to make it kid friendly, but hey, as Mr. Michael T pointed out, here's some heads on a steak. It was a
totally
really
out of control
breakdown, but definitely loved it, as you said. And then even the scene with the Statue of Liberty of your love keeps lifting. Just iconic scenes. Loved it. Good call out. Ghostbusters 2. All right, we're gonna go.
I'd like to add something to this. I love that they had both like the regular like Ghostbuster outfits, but also the away game version, which is like the darker version of Ghostbuster outfits. Because when I bought the cassette tape, I'm that old, by the way. The cassette tape for the soundtrack, it was the darker costumes, and I was like, that's so cool. And then they had the upgraded slime packs and everything.
I like the kind of like football pad chest armor that they had too. Like it
was awesome.
And then Mr. Michael T also sharing here before we go to Gash's pick that Ghostbusters 2 is one of his earliest childhood memories. That shot of the slime coming up the crack in the opening scene is forever in his memory. That blew his mind. So just great stuff. And then again, one of the best quotes, Do, Re, Egon. Love it. Okay. All right. So now we're going on to Gash. Gash's third pick for all Ghostbusters media is going to be the 2009 Ghostbusters video game. And I think you've got a really solid reason for why this is your number 3. Would you care to
now this is my number 3 because playing it even back then, and I might be missing some story beats, but this felt like the movie that we all wanted after the second one, or in between the first one and second one. It was just so solid. You had like the voice cast back, and everything just felt right in tune to it. Had to been like the original writers on this game that put this together, because you had everything in it. You even had Marshmallow
the music
Man.
too.
The music was just spot on. You got to be a Ghostbuster in video game form with the proper graphics at the time. They even remastered this to where it even got even better. So it was definitely, when I was playing it, and it was kind of hard too. The exact like handoff that I kind of wanted live action. And even if you don't play the game, if you just play like the cutscenes or whatever, you're getting like a thematic, absolute movie experience just in the game. It's like the perfect story. They're back in New York. They're telling like everything that's really going on, even if you're like a day one Ghostbuster, seeing it through those eyes and that lens. But getting to talk to, Egon and Ray and everybody else along the way, they're teaching you all the things that you need to do to be a Ghostbuster. And by the end of the game, you're just like flushed with all this like knowledge and everything that goes on. And you're like, oh my God, that is the movie experience. Like, this is so climactic and it's awesome. If anybody's never played this game, it's the one to play.
I got stuck and I never finished.
Where'd you get stuck?
I don't remember where, but I need to get back to it.
I remember I like specifically remember like a scene where they're at like a banquet and everyone gets possessed, and like in the cutscene you see like Walter Peck like dancing possessed, and because I remember that must have been like a part I like had a hard time getting past, and just seeing that cutscene over and over again. Like,
yep, Walter Peck being in there too. It's like they brought in characters that you're like, oh yeah, that's from the first one, and this is before Afterlife and anything else being discussed as far as like a sequel. We didn't have anything. 2009.
Yeah.
We didn't have any sequels, anything. There was no murmurs of like a movie. People were starting to get older.
And having the four guys back, like they're all four of them are in this. Like,
did this come out around the same time as Alien Isolation?
I have no idea.
It's probably earlier.
Check back.
It's like 2009 or so.
2009. I just played this thing.
Good times.
Yeah. Solid for like.
I remember a story from this that Bill Murray said that he was recording the lines for the game and stuff, and then like he would leave and just like walk through New York and would be like singing the theme song from the movie or the game, and so he's like what people must have thought watching Bill Murray walking around singing the Ghostbusters theme to himself.
That's awesome. Hey, VPG still has the strategy guide for this game. I would expect nothing less from someone named Video Power Gaming. You're obligated to have stuff like that, but that's awesome that you still got that.
I think I got stuck because this was a GameFly game. Remember GameFly?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
That was a rental. Yeah, video
it's
rental.
A rental.
Yeah. Like Netflix for video.
No, I had to.
Yes. Wow.
I had to return it. That's why it was. That's why I got stuck and I never played it again. But I need to buy the remaster for sure.
Buy it remastered. BG, everybody seems to be agreeing that this is a solid pick. This is an awesome pick. This is the, Dole even chiming in saying this is canon. So no, that's awesome.
Is it? It is canon, right?
Yeah, he's saying it's canon, so I'm gonna go with Dole. I'm gonna trust Dole. I'm gonna believe him. He would never lie in the chat.
He wouldn't lie to us.
He wouldn't do that. All right, cool. So great pick, BG. Now we are on to Seb's number 3 pick, which is going to be the IDW Ghostbusters comic run. Which this is all of it, right? It's not a specific storyline.
Yeah, so this is
you're just picking the comics. Okay.
So during the pandemic, I started reading IDW, especially the Turtles, and then I started looking at what else they had, and they had the Ghostbusters, and I really liked that style. And I remember, I don't know what it was, a podcast or something recently. Somebody spoke about the person that did the art for these.
Dan Schoening.
Was that you?
Yeah, I mean, I love his artwork. He's one of the best.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to find that person because I really love this art style. And
oh my god, dude, you have to follow him on Instagram. Like, he can draw in any he draws the classic cartoon Ninja Turtles so well. It's like watching the cartoon all over again, reading his comics.
Awesome.
Like, yeah.
But I had the trade paperback, so not the hardcovers, because the hardcovers are kind of grails. They're super expensive, and I think there's like 3 of them, and I'm gonna have to pick them up. And the covers are like the front of the firehouse. They're really cool. But yeah, I read them for a while. I ended up moving on from them, but I do want to collect the hardcovers just so I can have them because I have all the turtle ones. But it's a really cool run. I like comics, but I can't read everything. Like I actually tried. I used to collect Deadpool, and I ended up just like I would pick them up, leave them in the bag, and not bother with them. But IDW has a way of like um, maintaining my attention, and this was just like that. This run as well as the turtles. And the cool thing is that even if you don't have this, if you collect the turtle hardcovers, you'll get the crossovers that they did with these guys. And I think they did at least one, if not two, crossovers that were really cool. So I know there's plenty of Ghostbusters stuff, but for me, this kind of hit all the things that I wanted it to hit. And I don't know how it fits within like canon or not, or where in the movies, but
well, they sort of do like a multiversal thing. So like
Okay.
they do a crossover with the movie world and the real Ghostbusters and the extreme and the Answer the Call Ghostbusters.
sick.
All of them. You know, at one point there's like these teams made up of characters from all different versions, and yeah.
Yeah, great call out, Alex. I was going to say that's why this is such a solid pick too, Seb, because you get all of it, like the Ghostbuster multiverse, right? There's an appearance by every single team in all forms of media in one of the issues. I did see that much. I haven't read these, but I know in researching and even you suggesting it and me reading a little bit, I was like, oh, this is some really cool stuff. So you've given me really cool. Some reading materials, some homework that I need to pick up on. I need to check out this IDW run. Alrighty, and now we are going to
real quick before you go off of this, because I want to piggyback off of Seb's pick with the IDW. Now I have all the run of the IDW Ghostbusters meets TMNT, and one thing, when you mash peanut butter and jelly together, you make a perfect sandwich. We all know that. And I put together a little something. Can I share something?
Oh,
okay. All right, cool.
Can I share this?
I'll have to remove this.
I don't think anybody's ever seen this. I know nobody's ever seen this.
Stop screaming.
Just a little something in honor of both properties.
Is this like an old thing or is this current?
This is brand new. I gotta show you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Can I share a window? Okay.
Real quick, I just want to also say that Mr. Michael T, he's a character in the IDW comic, a recurring character.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Whoa! I didn't know that. That's awesome. Okay, all right, here we go. Boom.
Oh, what? Oh my God.
That is awesome.
This is total fantasy, total something I just put together, but wanted it to be awesome if Donnie.
Yes.
Right? 1/6 scale Donnie with the jumpsuit, with the proton pack. Yeah, I needed to get it out of my system.
You just awakened so many things in people, dude.
Yes. I was gonna say Mondo can totally. You guys are already putting together their New York Comic-Con exclusives list. You got the Stay Puft Janine. You could have this Donna. What's more New York than Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles
right,
for New York
right.
Comic-Con?
Dude, but you could do this with like soft goods.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know, if you model like, I mean, I guess you need like a really good. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And the Turtles have crossed over with the Ghostbusters and the toys before, right? Like they've done. Like I feel like they Playmates did for the 2012 cartoon. They did Ghostbuster Turtles. So
by the way, none of us saw this
precedent
at all.
Yeah, no.
If you couldn't tell from my reaction, this is totally new to me.
Yeah, Brandon usually shows us the cool stuff that he's working on, but today he's quiet.
But quick question: How do you, so the jumpsuit goes on under the shell?
This is still a work in progress. It'll still have straps. It'll have like other stuff to go on it, but yeah, I just put it together, for our show today. So. over the weekend, knowing that we were gonna get you, I was like, I gotta have something.
Dude, now I start thinking like Turtle Van mixed with the Ecto One. You know what I mean? Just
I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
I saw a custom. I'll send it to you because it did have like the motif and like some. I'll send it to you. It was
I think an Ecto Van would just be cool in general.
Right?
Yeah, let me send it to you quick. Maybe you can bring it up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, send it to me. Kick me the link in the private chat, and then we've got. This is why you watch Blurred Alert. You never know what can happen. It absolutely does, particularly with artists like BG, Alex, and Seb. There's no telling what random thing they've worked on and have developed, and we'll just decide to share. And then here, though, Tony Taylor Toys has kind of, asked you a question, BG, just saying, hey, yeah, but did you do it on a train?
I didn't do it on a train. I'm not as cold as Alex, man.
That's awesome. Okay, so while you search for that link, because we're gonna have plenty of Ghostbusters talk, I'm gonna do my number 3 pick, and it's gonna be real quick for me because I know people are gonna want to talk more about it. I've kind of done a little bit of the backstory behind why, so don't freak out in the chat. But my number 3 pick is the first Ghostbusters movie. Again, I didn't see it until I was an adult, but I did want to make sure that I paid homage to the OG. I couldn't have a top 3 list without having Ghostbusters 1 there. We'll talk a little bit more about it as we move on with the list, but this is no disrespect whatsoever to Ghostbusters, the OG. It's just, I didn't see it until the 2000s. It was later. It was the devil. Couldn't see it. So there were other iterations of Ghostbusters that I personally got to enjoy a little more.
That's your third?
That's my third. It's my personal third. Again, my list. This is not an objective list. I think objectively zooming out, does it deserve to be up there as far as it being foundational? Yes. So again, this is no disrespect to Ghostbusters, the OG. This is just my personal list, my personal experience, how these movies make me personally feel.
All right.
I like
so
it.
So why do you hate it so much?
Yeah, that's my question. This is sad.
I don't hate it. No, this is great. It's yeah. And so, Josh Brown choice the disappointment. Thank you, the real Mega Bros. He's saying, fair enough. Again,
I'm with you, bro.
So, you would all be madder if I didn't put it on my top 3, because it almost didn't even make the top 3. The original one.
It almost didn't make the top 3.
Yeah, for me. Again, this is my list. It's my list.
I'm getting sadder by the moment. Let's get go to number 2, man. Go to number 2.
The regular Dan Larson over here.
Dude, talking about Tony Taylor, I disappointed him so much this past weekend because he would just ask me questions about Ghostbusters and like, do you have a pack? No. Did you have a flight suit? No. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
We're
fake no,
fans.
Mr. Michael T is saying he doesn't know if we could be friends.
Yeah.
I feel the same. See, Josh Brown Toys, it would be boring if everyone's number 1 was the same. It would be
this is television.
Yeah, but we are on to the number 2 picks.
Yeah, I can't find the picture. I'll have to send it to
you. It's fine.
Yeah. You can still, it's fine. I can pull it up eventually too. It's not like it has to be. Oh, hold on. I accidentally went to our number 1 picks. Hold on. Number 2 picks. Okay. 2 picks. I will start us off with the number 2 pick of something that I was allowed to enjoy as a kid because I guess my parents weren't policing me as much as far as it being the devil. But I got to shout out.
And this is like the most hardcore version of Ghostbusters ever. Like this goes so much farther than they usually do.
It does.
This one has spikes on his fist. It's so extreme. You know what I mean? Like
further than real Ghostbusters. But I love this, the Klasky Supo animation style. This is right around the same time as like the Men in Black Aliens. Like to think that, it's in the same universe almost. Don't know if there ever was a crossover episode, but in my head canon, yes, there was a crossover
It's
episode.
The Richard Reynes animation style.
Richard Reynes animation. Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you for the correction. But just the character designs, it just looks cool. I loved it. It was extreme. Everything at this point in the 90s was extreme. Loved the toys. Bummed that we didn't get a Garrett, but
almost. We almost did.
Love this. Hey, and Tony Taylor Toys is saying there is an MIB crossover.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
But this is something that I was able to watch that I enjoyed, and it was really cool. And you know, see, like smart Quip was able to bounce back with the snake draft and hand wave that number 3 real quick, then get the crowd back on his side. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I know what I'm doing. You gotta keep people hooked. But yes, the Gremlin
Now,
episode.
how did you see
awesome.
these episodes? Like, what channel or how did you see it?
Wasn't it on CBS? If I remember,
I thought it was like
correctly?
UPN.
UPN.
It
if
might
I
have been
remember.
UPN.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
UPN or
And it was
What is
on
the
at like the
end?
worst. It was like I remember it was like on before school. It was like the
Yeah,
war.
and
You
it
had to
would
get
like
real
move
early.
time slots. And,
Yeah.
Weird
it
time
was weird.
slots.
But I don't know that I've caught them all, but I do remember that I enjoyed watching it. The theme song was real edgy, like it was
Yeah.
a rock version,
Yeah.
like a grunge
And-
version of the
and
Ray
it's,
Parker Jr. song. And,
It's Jim Cummings doing the singing of the song.
right, the
Yeah.
voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
It's
great.
Singing the theme song, just awesome. And then again, voice actors. You had Tara Strong.
Mhm.
You had the same voice who did Egon in the original series, did the voice of Egon, or in Real Ghostbusters.
Yep, Maurice LaMarche,
Maurice
who I
LaMarche,
have a
thank you.
cameo from, by the way, to bring it
Nice.
back around to
Ooh,
cameos.
Solid.
He did his Orson
solid.
Welles impression for me
Dude, can we bring
On your
back
birthday
voice
or what?
actors
for my
please?
birthday. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
need to bring back voice
But
actors.
and you know who did the voice of Garrett is
I do.
yeah,
Sorry.
Jason Marsden of
The voice
Max.
of
Max.
Max
Yep.
Goof fame.
And
Absolutely.
X-Men fame.
And then also, who did the voice of Roland was Alfonso Ribeiro, one of
Yeah.
again the Apex Blurs, Carlton Banks, from the Fresh Prince. So I mean, you've got A-list voice actors from the time.
How
all
did this
involved with the
show
show.
do during the time that it came out?
It did not do well, and I think
Okay.
it suffered from again weird time slots being moved around. It struggled.
it
to
never
find an
had a
audience.
chance.
Yeah, it just struggled, and so I
The
loved
toys
it.
were great too. Like, did
yeah,
you
I
have the
remember
toys
the
Quip?
figures were great.
Yes, I did have the toys. I had an Eduardo. I didn't have like multiple toys. But again, this is one of those weird times where my parents would be super strict, and then I don't know, something would be going on where they were distracted by other things, and buy a toy to just shut us up. And I was able to get an Eduardo. So
Yo, am I crazy? Or did during that time Taco Bell or Burger King release toys for?
I think you're right.
I remember faintly, but I think during that time either Taco Bell had like kids meal toys.
It was like the only way to get like a show accurate Slimer.
Yeah.
it
I was
looks like
I
Burger
was
King.
obsessed.
Burger King, 1999.
Was it Burger King?
Yeah.
Something,
That's what
dude.
I'm
I
saying.
remember getting
That's
those.
cool. Hold on, let me see.
You'll have to
see
find
that.
them. Go on eBay and
Uh,
get them.
Yep.
Extreme
That's the way to
Ghostbusters was
do
like
it.
the first like reboot I remember seeing. Like,
Right.
yeah,
on.
there you go.
Yeah.
It kind of blew my mind, the idea that you could take something that's to me seemed like it was a long time ago and make like a darker, edgier version of it. Like that was just like I remember seeing the promo for it on TV. I was like, wait, what? Like
It's back. It's back.
Ghostbusters? You can bring stuff back for one
Right.
thing. You can
Oh,
bring it
yeah,
back like
true.
cool. Like
And now
what?
we have that night shift show coming out, huh?
Yeah, I mean now it's like everything's been
yeah.
rebooted many times over, and it's not a reboot; it's a sequel. But like just the idea that it was like a fresh take.
Quip, don't get our show pulled down.
Yeah, I
please.
stopped. Don't worry.
Yeah, can we watch the intro, the opening to this? Listen to
I'm
that Jim
seeing-
Cummings
yes.
song.
No, we
See,
cannot.
KFC.
All right, but-
Yeah, I had the
there we go.
KFC one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I had
there you
that
go.
that little spinny Rubik's cube thing.
Oh my god, this
I
is
had the
kind
Ecto.
of this is like the dark ages of
Yeah.
fast food premiums. I mean that
I
Ghost
mean-
is cool, but like it's true. We went from getting like little figures and transformers to like puzzles and bike
Yeah.
ornaments, like
Exactly.
water squirters. Like what?
I had
Still,
all
it's
these.
fun. We're gonna take what we can get, right? So, hey,
It's a
don't knock it.
magnifying glass.
We appreciate getting something, right?
I think
Okay.
that's what it was too, and to what Alex said too. We never got like sequels to shows we grew up on, besides like maybe He-Man, with like He-Man, not even. I don't think it even hit
You mean like the new adventures?
Yeah, the newer ones. Yeah, the new adventure ones.
Where it's like
but
futuristic.
Like the 20X ones didn't come out yet, or
no
any of that. So this was like the first of its kind, and it was like a motley crew of characters.
A great team. Like their personalities all complement each other. So in the way in which each one of them comes to ghost busting from like a very specific angle,
Absolutely.
like awesome.
God, if they made a movie, or if they made figures, I don't know, Alex. If they make figures like this, that'd be awesome.
It's super underrated to me. It's like it is absolutely the perfect real Ghostbusters sequel. Like it's part of that whole world. 1000%.
Yeah. And then we were talking about Citizen Ghost. There was an episode with the Grundle, when you got a little more of Kylie's backstory, that her friend was the boy from the Grundle story in Real Ghostbusters. So again, that reaching back and kind of connecting with a previous iteration just to continue the continuity.
That's
just really fun, really cool.
Super disturbing episode, by the way.
It is. I would say that probably is the. Would you consider that being the boogeyman episode of Extreme Ghostbusters, the Grundle episode?
Maybe. Yeah, in terms of like being traumatic.
Just kind of shaking you where you're like, ooh, okay, maybe I shouldn't be watching this. Maybe this is the devil.
I feel the devil inside me.
Watch this, Quip. I'm like really surprised this like skated under the radar for you.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was a little older when this dropped, so
like see how terrifyingly disturbing that Stay Puft is in the background of this picture. Like he's like so much creepier than he was in the movie. That's how he would look in Extreme Ghostbusters. Like it would just be pure nightmare fuel.
And I do believe she was friends, or who was she? It was some kid from one of the kids had gotten taken by Grundle. Okay. All right, Seb, we're going to go to Seb's number 2 pick, just to keep it moving right along, because, wow, we've almost blown through another half an hour, and we're not done with the ranking yet.
It's that ramble, man.
All right, cool. So, all right, Seb, your number 2 pick is the Real Ghostbusters, and for the sake of time, Gash also picked the Real Ghostbusters as the number 2 pick. So please... Seb, go ahead and tell us why this is your number 2 pick.
I like the older stuff, man. I like the I don't know, the art, I like the pacing of older things. I like that I can, when I watch older shows, well, when I don't watch them, if I have them in the background, they don't distract me. Like everything is very like the music flows with the audio, the voice. Everything is very well timed, and there's no like jump scares, or at least that I thought. So I just I felt the same about the movies themselves as well, like the way they're edited. And funny enough, I love the Real Ghostbusters designs, but I really do like the Extreme Ghostbusters designs. But I never watched that when I was a kid, and I put a couple on today just to check them out. And I couldn't get into it right away, so I'm gonna leave it for another time. But yeah, I mean, it's iconic. I picked up the book that Craig helped that worked on, and it was cool seeing all of the character sheets and all that.
It's a great book. The visual history of
100%. Yeah, and obviously the Mondo figures. So like. It's a really cool cartoon, and I really hope that the new one, the Netflix ones, kind of finds a way to bring a little bit of each of these two into what they're working on. But yeah, and that haircut that Egon has, like I love the yellow. It's just so nuts.
Well, I didn't realize like how influenced these were by like the new wave fashion movement in the 80s at the time, but it makes total sense. Like flock of seagulls, that sort of like what do they call a victory curl.
It's so good.
That's what Egon has.
So there was real people wearing that kind of hair.
Oh yeah.
I'll send you pictures, dude.
Okay.
Like people who had these hairstyles.
That's insane. All right, Gash, what do you think?
To piggyback off of what you were saying too, it's like one of these evergreen shows that you put on in the background. Same with like the first movie that is timeless in a way, and I could catch different things like there's like so many different episodes where even to like Halloween season, I'll put on and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Or I remember, just being in front of the TV with cereal and just munching on this and then like getting the toys and experiencing this, I guess, as a kid before it just stopped. And as a kid, it's like you never knew when things were canceled or where you needed to move on. And I never really moved on from the show because it always was entertaining to me. And you could find for free, different routes, even on YouTube, where it's like, it's a time capsule show. I remember these moments, I remember these shows and how they made me feel. And it was a perfect, I guess, step away from the movies. When the movies stopped, you had the show and you had episodes to carry you through more of your childhood because you didn't get more movies. It's like either there was some debates on money or whatever, or contracts, but you still had more show until it stopped. And even with Extreme Ghostbusters, it was like, oh, it's back? Like you can do that? Like it was the same excitement, just contained in a different me, I guess. Like an older me was experiencing Extreme Ghostbusters the same way I was experiencing real Ghostbusters. Was like, oh wow, it's back. Like they're giving a damn about Ghostbusters again. I'm so down. And I love real Ghostbusters for carrying that torch from the movies in just the right way, like you had toys, you had comics, you had everything, dude. It was amazing.
Dude, and just to finish off, today I was working and I was watching my son for like an hour, and my 5-year-old, and I put him on my lap because I had the iPad down here while I was working, and the show is in this monitor up here. So he watched Real Ghostbusters for the first time today with headphones while I was sculpting. And that I will look at his face every once in a while, and his eyes were this big, dude, like the whole time. I don't think he blinked. He was so into it.
Maybe I waited too long to introduce my daughter to Real Ghostbusters, and maybe it would have gone better if I introduced her to Real Ghostbusters and then the live action Ghostbusters. A little bit of what like you kind of mentioned, Alex, as far as this being that transition, that gateway into just the Ghostbusters universe. Because I will tell you, we watched Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2. Then I introduced her to some of the Real Ghostbusters, and the first thing out of her mouth was, why is their hair different colors? Why are they wearing different outfits? And so now I'm excited to show her the Citizen Ghost episode, so I can go see, look, the outfit. This explains why their outfits are different. This kind of bridges it. I don't know if it explains Egon's blonde hair.
Yeah, it's so funny because I had the exact reverse as a kid, where I was like watching the movies, being like, when is Egon gonna dye his hair blonde? Like, when's that coming?
And again, for that haircut, shout out to Jordan Christensen, artist with Mondo, because I know when y'all did the Toy Talk for Peter, he kind of does the blonde swoop thing, very evocative.
Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of an Egon quality going.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, alrighty, so great rambling and talking about Real Ghostbusters. Now we're gonna get to Alex's number 2 pick, which is Ghostbusters.
So I'm doing a little better than Quip. I feel like it's not number 2. It's not quite as bad as putting it at 3. But yeah, I mean this is where it all began. This movie's a masterpiece. It's so weird, like like I wonder like we can't possibly like really look at it living in a post Ghostbusters world what it would have been like pre Ghostbusters, but like the idea, because like you just take it for granted having grown up with it, but it's like the idea of like ghost exterminators, like that's like pest control but ghosts, like sure, why not? Like why not? Like it's just something about it's so 80s, like the wacky inventions, like crazy mad scientists, like a mismatched friend group going into business, like it just has all those like great sort of like 80s touchstones. Like, you know, they're underdogs. Like nobody believes them, but they're right, and they end up like, you know, pretty much like almost accidentally saving the world, which is pretty great. So yeah, this crazy idea that Dan Aykroyd, you know, just like dreamed up, and then Harold Ramis making it, kind of like honing it into this like comedy structure, and then like the movie, it like Bill Murray coming in and just like giving us all the iconic lines, all the iconic scenes. Like Bill Murray, I think really he makes that movie something that you can show anyone and they're going to have an amazing time. Like whether or not they buy into the premise or are interested in the supernatural and like kind of geeky stuff, like everything Bill Murray says in that movie wins everyone over as you watch. And yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Josh Brown Toys saying Ghostbusters made me hate EPA as a child.
Yeah, me too.
You're the reason there's
That
ghosts
dude
under
was
my bed.
terrible, man.
That is, awful.
You're
And
right.
then
This
Dust
man
Tapes.
thinks nothing.
Bill Murray was the right guy for that movie.
And apparently they weren't sure that he was gonna do it. You know, they basically had like, because like Bill Murray famously doesn't have an agent. He's like hard to get in touch with. So all they had was his, like, you know, Dan Aykroyd was like, yeah, Bill says he's gonna do it, and like, and he like literally just like showed. I mean, this is as it's documented. Like he showed up first day of filming basically with like all of his ideas and stuff, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, right. Like no contract was signed. Like you couldn't guarantee that he was going to be on set first day at all. It's like that was like, oh man, is he going to be here? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah,
and he just had no idea.
And he just came through for his buddy Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, and yeah,
it's awesome.
Was he the most back in the day? Was he like the most famous of them all at that time, or were they all kind of?
I don't know. I mean, so originally the part was written for John Belushi, who is extremely famous from Saturday Night Live, and but he passed away. Dan Aykroyd would have been, Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi would have been, you know, I mean, Bill Murray had Caddyshack and Stripes, and so I mean, they were all pretty think, and then at one point before, I'm sorry, true Ghostbusters fans, if I'm butchering this, like, this lore, but you know, they wanted Eddie Murphy at one point, and you know, I don't know if he was too big at the time or that didn't materialize, but
the lore is he took Beverly Hills Cop over Ghostbusters.
Was it Beverly Hills Cop or was it 48 Hours at the time?
Beverly Hills
Cop.
The timing.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, real Ghostbuster fan, kill me in the comments, but whatever. I think it was Beverly Hills.
We know Eddie Murphy was originally intended to be in it, but he, through some series of events, didn't end up going with it, and that's how they brought in. Oh my goodness, why am I forgetting the actor's name who plays Winston?
Oh, Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, because it's funny. I mean, Eddie Murphy ended up kind of doing what Bill Murray did for Ghostbusters for Beverly Hills Cop, where he just like improvised so much of that movie and it made it what it was. Like, so it would have been interesting to see what he would have done with Ghostbusters if that had been the case.
Absolutely. All right. So also here real quick before we go to the number one pick. So Chris Bruno is saying, and I agree with it, the EPA was 100% right for checking in. Because as the real Mega Bros pointed out, it was like nuclear fission experiments in just your neighborhood. You
they should have sent another guy though. That's it. They should have sent someone else.
Yeah, I mean,
again, it's that classic
possible. Let me just shut it down, right?
It's that classic 80s thing of like, you know, like the man's like telling us what to do, like, you know, you like they're the underdogs, they're like they're winging it, they're the slackers, they're like, you know, just like get off our
radio back. We're just like trying to broadcast, man. What are you doing to us? Put us down,
and then
dude.
we've got hear VPG saying that he had a friend who got a job with the EPA, and he said, "What, the bad guys from Ghostbusters?" So that's fun.
It's a real
All
thing?
right, let's go to
The
the number one
Environmental
picks.
Protection Agency.
Yeah. All right. So Alex, your number one pick should be a surprise to no one based on
Nope.
how you described being introduced to Ghostbusters. Please tell us about your love for the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
cartoon.
Well, I mean, for one thing, they're the real ones.
Right.
So, everything
That's
else
true.
is just,
Imposters.
kind of an imitation. But yeah, no, I mean, like the real Ghostbusters, like, that's my number one, like, mainly because it just continues to deliver on the promise of the movie. Like the movie's,
Mhm.
the movie's amazing. It set up so many great ideas and concepts that like could sustain like endless stories. Like, the concept of a group of guys who run a business where they go around like dealing with supernatural, just for like five grand, a ghost, like, and just like the nature of, the idea of the proton packs and the way they trap ghosts, like, it's just so imaginative and so visual that to get to see that play out across a whole series of cartoons where they're going up against really all kinds of weird and creative monsters and creatures, and like we get to know the characters so much better through this cartoon. Like it really does such a great job of fleshing out this world and really delivering a true like variety of stories. Like they go up against every kind of supernatural threat there is, all kinds of lore and sort of like new modern or like 80s modern twists on concepts like the Sandman and the Boogeyman, and working those things into more relatable, kind of funny, subversive stories is really, was really compelling. And it's also just so funny. Like it's a really, witty show. The voice acting is all amazing. Lorenzo Music and Maurice LaMarche and Arsenio Hall as Winston, and Frank Welker as Ray and Slimer, which is incredible. Laura Summers, Janine, like, just everyone has like the cast is just perfect. Like everyone just brings so much life to those and humor to those characters.
Fun backstory. Didn't Ernie Hudson try out for the voice of Winston, but he was beat out by Arsenio Hall for the cartoon?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, all right. That's funny to me that they're like, you don't sound like you enough.
You
Or maybe just not
don't
cartoony enough, right? To kind of.
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, and Winston is definitely like he's. I mean, they're all they're all different from their movie counterparts. Not just in terms of appearance, but in personality. And I think the voices kind of help shape that. Like, even though like Maurice LaMarche, his Egon is sounds probably the most like Harold Ramis. It's like it's more just like the voices are like the essence of the characters as opposed to like an impression of the actor.
Well, and I noticed just watching it today and mostly listening that they sound like real people and not like animated characters.
Yeah,
which was interesting.
Yeah. Very important.
I do remember this Tony Taylor Toys from one of the few episodes that I did catch with Real Ghostbusters, that in the cartoon, the movies were based on the cartoon guys, and the cartoon guys go to the movie set.
Yeah, that's such a great episode. And the ghost that they go up against in that is really freaky looking and great. That's the other thing, is like it's just so creepy, and like they don't hold back in terms of like the kind of nightmare fuel ghost designs and situations. But yeah, I think that in that episode, Venkman says he's like, that Bill Murray guy doesn't look anything like me, or it's like,
yeah, I think you're right.
Or they're like Ramis, Aykroyd, and Murray. That sounds like a law firm or something.
Yeah, that's fun. That's awesome.
Do you have a top episode? Like, if you just had one episode to pick?
Yeah, I do. I think Knock Knock, which is the one with the demon door, That to me, it's just that gives you, and Ghostbusters 2 is kind of similar to, it ends up being similar to that. It's like that gives you everything you could want from Ghostbusters in one episode. You've got like construction workers that actually like unearth, this like world-ending ancient deity. The whole city's getting possessed. Like the subway systems are turning into these like snake-like monsters. It begins with the Ghostbusters kind of like on a regular job, and they're busting like ghosts in a bowling alley that look like bowling balls and bowling pins, like that kind of like cartoon logic. But then ends up being them like kind of in this journey into hell, this kind of like Dante's Inferno, as they're like going under the streets of New York, like further into this kind of like underworld. And then like it has a very kind of heavy ending where like they're kind of like sacrificing themselves to save the world, and they kind of they've run out of like tricks, and they're just like, well, we might all die here, but like we got to do it because we're Ghostbusters. And they have this like they go from from being like just pest control guys doing a job to heroes, which is also like a very important element of all the movies. So yeah, it's a great one, written by J. Michael Straczynski, who wrote many of the episodes and the best ones. So
awesome.
That's awesome. Okay, all right. I am gonna put something in the chat real quick, just for funsies, as we're gonna walk through these, just for a little bit of audience participation. So I'm putting down, what is the best Ghostbusters show/movie? So this is the number one pick. Audience, you are able to participate. So I think some of the front runners are going to be, Ghostbusters the original. Real Ghostbusters is definitely going to be up there. What do you think about the other two options? Ghostbusters 2, do you think that should be an option for people to pick? And then fourth one, do we think Extreme Ghostbusters? Do we want to go? What's one that's...
You could put the new stuff, right? You could put Afterlife in there, I guess.
Afterlife. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, cool.
Afterlife was kind of like a big deal for me. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I do like the new ones.
I'm just going to combine
Afterlife.
I
like
the Empire. Yeah.
Frost Empire or Frozen Empire?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the second one.
Okay.
Ooh,
Sebastian, we're going to have words. We're gonna have words.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it together. We'll do a watch through on BLERD Alert.
I don't know if I can watch it together.
Why?
Because I don't like it.
All right. Well, before we get even more into that, so I put it in the chat. So it's a 1 for Ghostbusters, put a 2 in the chat for Ghostbusters 2, put a 3 for RGB, and a 4 for Afterlife/Frozen Empire, as far as what the best Ghostbusters show/movie, what you feel like would be.
Oh, wow.
So we got this in here.
It just jumped to like one.
I like that we could see it like racing.
Yeah.
It's like a duck race.
I'm gonna hide that so it's not too. I can pull it back up. I think. Yeah, I can show it. So the chat's going now.
That was with the quickness, though.
But
it was
100%. No surprise to anyone.
No.
Yeah, not really a surprise so far. But we'll see. We'll let some people weigh in. But Gash, Seb, your number 1 pick is aligned, just like your number 2 pick, and you're gonna go with Ghostbusters the movie.
That's the one. Yeah.
So, Gash, go on. You kick off.
Yeah, that's the one that started it all. That I remember seeing it on Betamax as a kid.
Betamax
for the first time. Like, I swear, like my dad had it, didn't know what it was, no trailer, no lead into it. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna like this one. You like scary stuff. You like, spooky, and it's funny. It's real funny." So I was like, "Okay, Pops, put it on." Blew my mind. It was insane. Like, from the intro where it's just following the librarian, seeing stuff, the music totally hooks you, and then just everything just happens, right? It's like, I might not have known that Ray was selling his parents' house to start a business at the time.
What was it, like a 29% interest or something?
Yeah, right. It's like, what? And even Egon's like, "This is a horrible investment. Like, don't do this." But as a kid, I'm just like, hey, I mean, they're starting a business. I guess they're friends. Everything's going. And even I guess all their character arcs just made sense to me as well. Before you even meet Winston, it's like it's a brotherhood of friends. They're down on their luck. They're trying to start something from scratch. They end up working together and capturing a ghost that never happened before. You know, they catch Slimer, and then they're just rolling with it. Everything is going fast, and you know, there's so many different scenes that just impacted me. Even raunchy ones, even crazy ones for a PG movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't even understand this as a kid, but I know it's funny.
You don't know what's going on when
You
you
know
goes
what I mean?
cross-eyed. What's happening? I have no idea.
But it happened. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's what ghosts do. So then, leading
You're a
into
friendly ghost.
and even leading into like, hey, this is a job. Winston's trying to get one. He's like, I don't care about any of that stuff as long as there's a paycheck in it. I'll believe anything that you say.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
So good.
And it was, and even for me, because I had seen Goonies and stuff at that time, for me it was like a team I could actually see myself into, which was the Ghostbusters. It's like, oh, there's a guy, you know, that looks like one of my uncles or whatever, joining these guys that I'm already liking midway through the movie, and they're like busting ghosts. I could be a Ghostbuster when I grow up. Period. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you're getting into like extra stuff where it's like Dana's being possessed. That whole sequence was just
Whoa.
intense
There
for
is
me,
no
where
Dana.
like claws are
Only
coming
Zero.
out of sofas and chairs. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's so good.
I couldn't sit
yeah.
into a large chair for the longest time because I'm thinking
You're
like
gonna be sucked
claws are
into
gonna
it,
like
yeah.
rip me down and like shove me in the closet somewhere.
Oh, and Sigourney
was
Weaver does such a good job of like selling the
Yes,
horror of that
she does.
scene.
The
like, yeah.
horror of it all, yeah.
She's
And-
just
and-
phenomenal. She's it's incredible.
best
in
That
You're
must have
right.
been somebody's arms, right? Like that was somebody's arms.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there's
yeah.
three
Had to have
people
been.
coming out and like grabbing her
Yeah.
down. All that setup just to get to one of the craziest endings of a movie. Like it's not like a predictable ending of a movie. You're thinking like, oh, they're gonna go against the big bad Gozer, like her, that lady. Hell no. It's a big state puff marshmallow man.
What
Walking.
did you do, Ray?
Nobody think of anything.
What did you like? Just empty your head. You thought of anything? You thought of anything? It's like no. Mine's blank. I don't know anything. And then it becomes like a King Kong movie out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
And,
Like,
and that's the
crazy.
magic of Ghostbusters to me. Like the idea that the
Absolutely.
big bad world-ending event is just some stupid thing that a guy happened to be thinking about in the moment. Like
insane.
brilliant.
Perfect movie.
Yeah.
I watch this movie maybe 3 times a year, maybe more. It's a feel-good movie. It's like a bowl of soup when I'm sick. It brings me back to why I love special effects, real like spontaneous acting, because most of all this is improv anyway. This is the genius of some of the shots, the coloring, just the tech as well. Like somebody had to make all these props.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense in that world. It's just perfect movie. Perfect. Lightning in a bottle movie.
Absolutely. Lightning in a bottle is an apt description. Folks are sharing just so Chris Bruno, I just wanted to call this out. You know, he had the tape. His prized possession was the Ghostbusters soundtrack tape. And that tape is the only Ghostbusters thing he had for a few years. You know, certainly from the first movie. So that's just fun. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Yeah, soundtrack tape is his prized possession. So and it didn't wear out. So that's awesome. Okay. All right.
Miracle.
Nice. Seb, go ahead and expand upon your love.
Yeah,
for
it was
Ghostbusters.
just
Okay.
I think Tech mentioned the pacing of the movie is beautiful. The shots, the way they frame the shots, like these awkward angles that nobody does anymore. You know what I mean? Everything has that quality of like shot on film and like kind of crappy stuff like put in front of it, but it looks good. So you kind of believe the whole thing. I didn't realize how much like Bill Murray, the whole movie, he's just trying to get the girl and he's like relentless
Yeah.
at getting the girl. And it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
it is such an 80s thing. And also like the way the woman, you know, the way Sigourney Weaver, like I have had a good time watching these older movies because I never really Sigourney's always been amazing in my book and in everyone's books, but I never really analyzed the performances, right? So like
Mhm.
a lot of these women, including April from the Turtle movies, they're very first of all, they're very charismatic, they're very well written, and they're also written for that time, right? Like they have creeps coming onto them all the time,
Yes.
and
Yep.
they have to gracefully just shove them away, right? Like
Mhm.
none of them say just like get lost, creep. You know, they just like they string him along, but just the right amount that the dudes stay off, but don't go full creep mode that they're pissed off and they're gonna do something crazy. And Bill Murray was, I mean, he was a little bit of a creep, honestly.
A little bit, a lot of
A
it.
little bit,
Particularly
bro.
what he was doing with the students in the
And
experiment as
right,
far
Oh.
as
right.
yeah.
With
Yeah, he was a
the
creep.
cards, with the cards.
Yeah.
But the only reason
That's
why I
why in
say
these things the guys have to like you have to save the world to redeem yourself.
right,
You
right.
know, it's
But
like-
the only reason why I say little is because the other ones were so much more, right? Like
Yeah.
the neighbor, or in the second one that the boss guy, right? In the art
Yeah,
museum,
the art
like
guy.
Yeah.
that dude was
Janusz.
crazy. So like I like seeing that side. I like seeing the datedness of all this, but it's nice. Almost, it's not nice to see like dudes just throwing themselves like that, but it is a little bit of a time capsule, and I feel like it's timeless, but it's also not at the same time. So obviously the improv, I almost feel like I didn't know there was that much improv in this movie. I almost wish that more movies had improv at this point, because
Mhm.
it just feels like a group of dudes just hanging out. And I know that there's very good writers that can make that happen, but we don't find that much. And even like even the shots that they make, like in I don't know if it was in number one or number two, but there was a shot that somebody's talking to the camera, and some random dude, like a bystander, just passes by and starts looking at the camera and starts kind of checking himself out, and then he walks out of the frame. And that's stuff that would happen in a city, right?
Yeah.
Like they would just look at the news camera, kind of do a thing, and then walk away. But the fact that this is in a movie, so yeah, I feel like it's really cool. And this is, I watched this movie in Chile, right? So I remember the dude from the painting, like that dude is burned onto my mind.
Vigo.
Like the receding hairline, and just like
Mhm.
he was just an odd looking character.
That's the second one, though. That's not the first one.
No,
That's
but
the
there,
second one in the painting.
yeah.
but yeah.
So I'm jumping in because I
You're
watched
cheating.
them. I watched them both today. So I'm just like,
Okay, I got you.
but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I love the movies. I have I can't show them to you guys because they're right in front of me, and I don't know if this is gonna show up, but
Hold on. I can
I'll
keep
try.
Hold it up. Yeah.
I'm gonna hold up my phone, so I don't know how the camera's gonna read it.
Let me
But
see.
Can you single you out?
I can. Let me make them big.
I
There we
don't know
go.
if this,
Okay.
I don't know if it's
All
gonna work, but no, it might not work.
right. It's
But I have-
kind of
Block your face. Block your face.
and then put it up closer to the camera.
So I have that
Oh,
poster
nice, awesome.
on the right of me,
Okay.
and then I have this
Bring it
one.
bring it to the camera.
Bring it
to
closer to
camera.
the camera. There you go. Okay.
Chip
Then I have this
Hazard.
one on the-
Nice.
oh yeah,
That is a Chip Hazard cutout. He made an appearance on the last Blurred
And-
Alert.
and then I
Is
have
Chip- Is
that
Chip a
left
Ghostbuster?
one, and and they're both like color coordinated with the movies, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, outside
That's
of the
fun.
movie, I love Ghostbusters. Even if you never watched the movies, people still know Ghostbusters. The iconography is so great. Everything about it.
You know what's so
Yes.
crazy? I can piggyback a little bit. You saying from Chile and never knowing anything about this, but I had introduced this to my wife's grandma
Mm-hmm.
a couple years
Abuela.
back. She had never, Abuelita never seen Ghostbusters, never heard of it, and we just happened to see that it was playing on like AMC Plus for free or whatever on the Fire Stick. She was like, Ghostbusters, Phantasmos, whatever. And so I'm like, oh, you've never seen it. We have to see it. And we saw it in Espanol, and she was so glued in, locked in from beginning to end. Loved the movie, completely loved the movie. It was just she was trapped like a ghost trap.
She was trapped.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
called,
it wins you over. Like
it's
I
called
Because
Casa Fantasmas in Spanish.
yeah, exactly. And I challenge anybody, just sight unseen. If you've never seen the movie, just watch it and dare not to be hooked.
Because so many movies back then, like every scene was like a new amazing idea that just like it's like that just it just gives you new amazing things the entire time,
Dude,
right
and
up until
even
the end where
Yeah.
some of the craziest stuff happens.
Yeah.
Like
Like how do you trap a ghost? And they're
No-
trapping it in this big red thing, and it's that critical mass or the Twinkie thing. It all makes sense for some stupid
well,
reason.
and I was gonna say
It's insane.
the way they trapped them, like it's so 80s. Like the sequence is just like, okay, you do this, you press the green button, and it's just so like basic, but it's also
Yeah.
like it makes sense. It's just
Sure.
like, and then you do this, press the red button. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Don't
okay.
cross the streams. Don't cross it.
Ah.
Totally worth it.
Alrighty. Well, we are at 90 minutes, and we still need to do the draft.
Oh,
So
It always happens.
speed through this. It always
It
happens.
always happens.
It's okay. All right. But we're having a good time, so it'll be a ramble plus rank plus. We're going a little bit longer than we try to, but my number one pick is Ghostbusters
Number
Afterlife,
one.
and part of it is because of everything that you've kind of talked about with respect to passing the torch. The story behind Ghostbusters Afterlife, about how the fact that it's directed by Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman, who did the original Ghostbusters movie. Beautiful storytelling there, with the unfortunate passing of Harold Ramis, how they still were able to incorporate him and have Egon, the character, as a ghost. Getting a little choked up even just thinking about it. The handoff, McKenna Grace does a phenomenal job as far as being a character that you're just rooting for. She clearly, it skips a generation, like from her mom, who absolutely resents her father for good reason, but then imagine resenting your father for the dynamic and then
Your
giving
kid.
birth to a little mini version of
Yeah.
your father who never met him but is the spitting image. Like, they did such a great job styling her, and kind of passing the torch with her, and how she even new to the town, with her brother, and then they bring in Lucky, how she meets Podcast, and they're kind of both on the outskirts of the in crowd, but they're still vibing. That's just a fun story. So really enjoying it. And then again, BG, you talked a little bit about why you like the first Ghostbusters movie, because you saw it and you were like, hey, I could be a Ghostbusters, or I could be a Ghostbuster. But having actual kids, maybe coming off of the fame of what was going on with like Stranger Things at the time.
Sure.
I mean, even
Absolutely.
Finn Wolfhard comes
Yeah.
from Stranger Things, like playing the older brother in this movie, and having actual kids kind of, busting ghosts, but it being a transition, it being a team you can root for, it still being in the same continuity. Them even bringing in the older Ghostbusters at the very tail end of the movie, to kind of save the day. The way that they incorporated Ray Stantz and even had the little bonding moment with Ray and Podcast. And they had their own ghost that was similar to Slimer, Muncher. I think this movie did a great job of, honoring the history, not trying to reboot it. Again, no disrespect to Ghostbusters 2016, but they claimed Ghostbusters 2016, Answer the Call, did say it was outside of the original timeline. Like, it was kind of an alternate timeline, alternate reality, different canon, right? And so this was the sequel that people were looking for, where it was still within the canon. Yes, you had the 2009 game, which was kind of Ghostbusters 3, but to have the continuation of the story that people had waited for so long, and for it to be done with such respect and care. And at this point, I'm watching it with my daughter. This is my daughter's favorite of the Ghostbusters series, because again, she's like, I like the older ones, they're funny and everything, but Phoebe is such a cool character. Having a daughter that's into space, into science. She's got telescopes, all sorts of scientists like in her room as far as wanting to grow up to get into the STEM field. So having a character like Grace, and then sharing that experience with my daughter, where, okay, I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of it as a kid. Extreme Ghostbusters was kind of my introduction to the Ghostbusters world. But for her to have a movie that she can look at, that she is a kid, Phoebe's a kid, they just align with, oh, that's just such a cool thing for my daughter to be able to experience. And so for that reason, watching this or watching all of the movies together in a marathon with my daughter, whipping up a batch of Ecto Cooler Punch, which shout out to Derek Hoover's wife, well, Derek Hoover's significant other, his boo thing, for sharing the Shauna for sharing the Ecto Cooler recipe, which I can pass on along to y'all. It tastes just like it, and you know what? You don't have to drink expired high C Ecto Cooler. You can just make it.
I need Ecto Cooler in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tumbler right now. Stop.
You need it. Like,
And
I mean, we
it is-
whipped up a batch. We had little glowing cubes, so even the
Oh,
Ecto Cooler
wow.
was glowing.
Oh,
Yeah,
really
we actually had glowing
did it
cubes from a
right.
daddy-daughter date to go see Superman 2025, where the movie theater we went to had like kryptonite punch. So we kept those green cubes and cleaned them off, of course, and everything. And now we put them in our Ecto Cooler whenever we whip up a batch.
Cool.
So it's like glowing, and it can also double as ooze. So fun time. No, Jay is not going to trick me into drinking expired Ecto Cooler. That's a running joke from Geeked Out. But
we're all
loved Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's just it's great family, like in the Quippen household. That's just our favorite movie.
And it is a great movie, dude.
Sorry,
like
it's a solid
I
movie.
enjoyed that movie. It's just the other stuff. But I like what they did with the car, and Celeste, the actress that played Lucky, was at that party on Friday, which was cool.
Awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so Josh Brown Toys did call it out. I feel like we enjoyed Frozen Empire, but even my daughter said it feels like the resolution, like the threat was there for like, it seemed super ominous, and then she said it feels like they fixed that problem too easily. So that was my daughter's criticism of Frozen Empire. And I mean, she's a thinker, again, into science. I mentioned this on Geek Dead Live, when we went to go see the Motu movie, and they talked about how 15 years had passed on Earth and 15 years had passed on Eternia. She immediately looks at me and goes, so if time is based on, the planet circulating the sun and the rotation and everything, why is time linear between Eternia and Earth? And I said, that's a great question, kiddo. Just let it ride. Like, just
you got a regular Phoebe Spangler on your hands.
But yeah, so that's just, she loves it. She's a science, big into STEM and everything. So this is just something that.
Is it time to rank now?
It is time. So we ranked these. It is time.
Oh,
let's get into
right
it.
Back.
Okay, all right, you can go. And for the sake of time, I'm going to call an audible. So here we have the first Blurred Alert Ghostbusters draft. And here's how we're going to do this. Okay. And actually, I'm going to exit out of this version of the screen. Let me see. And I'm going to move this one up because I'm going to need to modify stuff. So can't really do that from presentation mode. All right.
We're improving like Bill Murray.
Yeah. So I'll make that smaller. Can I close this? Oh, no, I can't close that. What's going on? Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to call an audible, and we're going to team up for the sake of time. Right?
Cool.
Because we have run a little long. So we're going to have team Q&A with Quip and Alex. And we're also going to have team Tango and Gash with Seb and Brandon once he gets back.
Oh, I thought you were going to say BS.
Yeah. Oh, no, not BS. No. I mean, you could be team BS if you want to. But
you guys want to get started while Brandon?
Yeah, we can get started. So I'm trying to zoom in and make it to where you can still see it. All right, perfect. I'm trying to shrink it up to where you can. Okay, so viewers at home, hopefully you can see this. We have the different characters. You know, we got Venkman, we got Winston, we got Peter, we got Egon, we got Janine. Now, for the sake of this this draft, the characters from the original movie are the characters from real Ghostbusters as well. So that's why, you know, it's no disrespect to Annie Potts. This was just a fun picture of Janine to include here on the rank. So the rules are, as you make this team, as we make this team, you're only allowed to pick one person from the continuity, like from that particular team, right? So you can't have Winston and Venkman, or you can't have Ray and Egon on the same team. So you got to pick one from the OG movies. That's 1 and 2. Then you got to pick one from 2016 as to who you would have on your team. One from the Afterlife continuity. Here you got the Afterlife and Frozen Empire people. You got Tully over here. Don't miss out on him. And then you got this hunky guy. I forget his name from the 2016. But
Chris
got
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Thor.
And then, of course, you've also got the Extreme Ghostbusters. So you've got Ghostbusters, you've got Extreme Ghostbusters, you've got Ghostbusters The Next Generation, and you've got 2016 Ghostbusters. So of each of those 4, you got to pick one person for your team. And then whomever's remaining, you're allowed to get a 5th wild card, kind of that Tully, you know, or Janine special. So after you go through and you pick one from each of the groups, then you can double back for somebody from a team that you've already picked, but only after you've picked one person from each of those iterations. Do we understand the rules?
And we're doing
teams.
teams. We're doing teams, Brandon. So
We're doing
together.
teams now, Brandon. So first
Okay.
pick, we are gonna give to Alex. So Alex and I are doing, like, Alex and I are on a team, and you and Seb are on a team. So we're gonna alternate picks as far as who we're picking up for our team. So Alex, you get first choice. Who are you picking for our Ghostbusters draft? Who is going first in the Blurred Alert Ghostbusters draft?
I think I gotta go Venkman. You know?
Gotta go Venkman. All right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna boom. Actually, let me see this.
I mean, look at those sunglasses. He's just so cool. Because you need somebody. Because like he's, you know, he believes them, but he's also like a little like cynical. You know, he's not. You know,
Yeah,
he's
he
like
is. So
he
Alex-
bridges the world of Ghostbusters and everyone else, right?
Okay, he does. So with the first selection in the Blurred Alert Ghostbusters draft, Team Q&A is picking up Peter Venkman. All right. Next selection, we're going to turn it over to BG and Seb. Between the two of you, you can decide who picks first.
What do you think, Brandon?
Egon.
Picking up Egon. All right.
Because he's the brains. Come on, you gotta have the brainy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Gash just picking up Egon. That is a solid pickup. All right. Now, who am I going to go with our second pick? I think if they picked up Egon, we need somebody who's smart, who knows how to work on the protein packs and build them up as well.
Yeah.
Protein packs.
I mean, we might need a Spangler. We might need a
Proton packs.
Spangler in the.
Proton packs. We're going to need a Spangler on our team. Sorry, I said protein packs.
Okay, I got you.
Proton packs. So yeah, if we got to get a Spangler, you know, I'm going none other than our girl. I just said it.
You're doing it?
Pick her up.
You took my pick, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, got to get BB.
Good choice.
On Team Q&A.
Good choice.
All right. Now it is your go, Seb.
Yes, this is on you. Do us proud.
I'm gonna go just by. I'm gonna judge the book by its cover because, like I mentioned, I haven't watched this show that much, but I really like her design, and you guys can help me with her name. But it's the Kylie. Yeah,
You don't even know her name. You're taking Kylie Griffin off the board.
I disclaimed it by saying I'm judging the book by its cover. She has a really cool look.
Well,
What is that like?
Well, because she's a great character.
Is that like
well
football?
done.
Is that like football pads that she's
Yeah.
rocking?
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
kind of like the slime blower
That's
gear
awesome.
that they have. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's badass, dude. That's a great pick. Seb.
son
Thank
of
you.
a gun.
Thank you for
Well,
us.
I wanted a girl.
All right. So, Alex, back to you. Who are you picking as the next selection for Team Q&A?
All right, I'm gonna go. I don't remember her name from the movie, but I gotta go. I'm gonna go with Leslie Jones from Answer the Call.
Nice.
Like
Patty
pure, like
Tolan.
if nothing
Yep.
else for the scene where she's got the giant like demon ghost on her shoulders. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna like take off. Like I've
Yeah.
had enough. Like, because to me that's like giant Stay Puffed. It's like it's so absurd. And
Yes.
somebody's acting like totally laissez-faire about this like insane, mind-blowing thing happening. Yeah,
Very
yep,
true.
good stuff.
Patty
And
Tolan,
that'll
we need
be-
her on the team. We need that grounded, like
Yeah.
very real. Also, kind of keep the team lively, right? Gotta
Yep.
that would be fun.
But that's
Okay,
also
all
a
right.
crazy dynamic of putting
Patty.
them both on a film. You know what I mean? Like Bill Murray and
Oh, could
her
you
in a-
imagine? Could you imagine Bill Murray and Leslie Jones? Like, I mean, I know they were
Together.
both in that movie,
Together.
but like if they
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
proper scenes, yeah.
On the same team.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's a great call. Great call, Alex. Okay. BG and Seb, your go now. Who are you selecting for Team Tango and Gash?
Tango and Gash. You want this on me, Seb, or
I think you're the next one, no?
Yeah, you're the next one
Yeah.
up because you went Egon. So we went
Okay.
Egon, then Kylie. Now it's your pick, Gash.
Thinking. We're gonna put the Oscar music on him. Time to wrap up.
I think I want Janine from RGB because she
That's a good pick.
the heart of the
You
Ghostbusters.
cannot
Let's be
pick.
real.
You can't pick Janine yet because you've got
can't?
Egon. You can't. You can't. You got to pick from 2016, or you've got to pick from the Afterlife continuity.
Oh,
before you
okay.
can
He missed
decide.
that part.
Because
He wasn't
Janine's like a
Yeah.
wild card. Yeah, wild
Okay.
card.
You got to save it
section.
for your wild card to double back.
Son
So.
of a big old.
Yeah. Them's
Okay,
the
so we
break.
got-
Okay, let me go with. You can't have two Egons on the team, kind of thing, because that's just too much. That's too much like closed door scientific work, and you're not really like vibing with nobody. Let me go with Paul Rudd.
Sure.
Okay. All right. You got Paul Rudd.
I actually would
need a
like
little
to
bit of
have
comic
somebody
relief.
to talk to
Yeah.
if he's on the
Okay.
team. You know, he might still be doing experiments, but at least he's social. You know, we could have Chinese food.
Yeah. That's fair. That is fair. That is a
Look
good
at
pick.
us, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
So picking up what's his name? Gary Gruberson. I just remember that from his name is Gary Gruberson. Like, yeah. Okay, that's a good pick. Okay, so now it's back on me, and I'm going Extreme Ghostbusters because we've got Ghostbusters, we've got Afterlife, and we've got 2016 picks already in for Team Q&A. So
Okay.
I'm picking from the Extreme Ghostbusters.
Who you got?
We got Alec. Oh no, sorry. We got Patty. We've got Venkman. We've got Phoebe. I am gonna go with, I'm an engineer. I think I got to go with an engineering type, just again, so that Phoebe doesn't go crazy. So she does have somebody to work with as well, as far as having brains on the team. So, yeah, I think I got to go with Roland from Extreme
Well,
Ghostbusters.
we need an adult in the room for sure.
We need somebody who is measured and will apply the scientific method. So yeah, let's go with Roland again, voiced by Alfonso Ribeiro.
And so good.
All right.
Like Alfonso Ribeiro does such a great job. Like Roland is such a great character.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, Seb, is it your pick? Wait, yeah, Seb, it's your pick.
Yeah, it is
so
Seb.
it's your pick.
That's it.
Okay. all right.
So where are we at? Are we at 4 already?
No, you've got Egon,
We need
Gruberson, and Kylie. So
We need
20.
we need a winner, Seb.
16?
yeah, you need somebody from 2016.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this movie, but I always liked the Egon look from the cartoon, and what is her name? That really good actress with the blonde hair. I'm assuming she's trying to
Kate
kind of match
McKinnon.
that.
So you're gonna go with Dr. Jillian Holtzman?
I think so.
Is that what you're? Okay, all right. That is Kate McKinnon's character, and that frustrates me because I wanted her for a wild card pick.
Oh, wait, she's a wild card. Wait, is wild card all of
Was it
them, or
Yeah, wild card is we could double up on.
Oh, but I
anyone.
didn't know I was in my wild card, because if I am, I'm
You're
changing
not-
my pick.
No, you're not on your
Okay,
wild card.
all right,
It's like
all right.
chess
I wanted her
moves
for
once you-
our wild
Yeah,
card.
it's already done. It's already done.
I mean,
So
mine
I
is
had a
gonna get
feeling-
picked. My wild card is gonna get picked. I know.
Okay. All right. So Alex, we can talk. So we are on our wild card pick.
Okay.
Alex, what are you thinking as far as the wild card pickup for
I mean-
Team Q&A?
Janine? I gotta go, Janine.
You gotta go. That's your girl. You got
Yeah.
to.
Damn it!
Hey, you guys got Kylie. It's
Yeah,
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 Kylie.
yeah.
Balance
You're right,
is-
you're right, you're right.
Yeah. Alrighty. So our
You got it.
team. Here we go. Let me see. Hold on. Put this right.
these are
here.
good
Alex.
teams.
Boom.
They're
That is a
actually
solid
really good
team.
teams, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is your wild card pick for your team? 7 Gash. You can talk. You can
This would be mine.
reason. Well, it'll be both. Like you both can come to an agreement. I just
Okay.
deferred to Alex, but this one, it's a combined pick. You both agree on who your wild card should be, so you can talk aloud amongst
Okay.
yourselves.
Are you thinking of OG movie? Because we can do anything, but
You can do anything.
we might want to do OG or real Ghostbusters, right?
Where else do you see real Ghostbusters?
Because so
Extreme?
the OG is the real Ghostbusters as well, because they're the
Yeah.
same character.
Ah. Oh, that really. But you know what? And something, it might be my heart. I'm in a different place, you guys. I'm leaning toward podcast.
I have a soft spot for
Okay.
podcasts.
I have a soft spot for
Yeah.
this young boy.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
won
yeah.
me over in that movie, to be
Yeah,
completely
I like him.
honest.
I like him.
Okay.
And he is a wild card. He's like the definition
And that's a
of a wild card.
complete
Yeah.
wild card. That's complete
That
wild card.
is. All right. So here's
You
what
got the
I'm
remote
going to
control
do.
trap. It's good stuff.
There we go.
I'm gonna delete all the people who we didn't select. Let's see. Hold on. Why are you not selecting? Okay. All right. Boom.
That just
Okay.
feels wrong. What just happened?
And then here's
need
what I'm gonna
everyone.
do just so we can get a final picture of all of them. All right, hold on. Okay, all right. So nope, that's not working. Whoops. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
And boom. All right. Yeah, this is what happens when you try and edit real time and you're moving
You're
stuff
still
around.
so
Okay.
very, very good at this. Like,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
only.
Yeah. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to do a fun thing once I do get them all lined up, just so we could see the different teams all lined up in no particular order, of course. This is. Boom. All right. Then we got here. And it looks a little sloppy now, but you know, I am not one to just keep
No,
it sloppy.
It
So what
looks
I'm going to
good.
do is highlight these. Hold on. Come on now. All right. Highlight these. Sorry. Shift. Actually, you know what? I don't even need the names. I can just do it this way. All right. So we're going to arrange, align, distribute horizontally. Ooh,
It's
what
like
just
a
happened?
It's like a PowerPoint class.
It's a PowerPoint.
It is.
yeah. You know what? We get it, even if you don't do it. But I
Yeah.
know the OCD in you is
Oh,
going
yeah.
to
I
make it
got
work.
to do it. All right. Here
You
we go.
gotta do it.
Boom, boom. Why is it not? This is frustrating. Sorry, guys. This is making
Oh my
for
God.
fun times.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think.
All right.
Why is it not? I don't know why it's. Okay. All right. Oh, my palm was like holding it down. So hold on. That's why. Distribute horizontally. Boom. Okay. So then it's collect.
I'm all thumbs today.
I'm all thumbs today. Just delete those two. Delete me. Sorry. Oop. Hey. So while I do this,
This is gonna be the
anything-
thumbnail too, right?
Yep.
This is the thumbnail. Oh
No,
it's
dude, we
getting late.
got stuck with those purple thumbnails, so that's gonna be our look forever.
Why is it not selecting? Why are you too good for your home? There we go. All right. And align. Distribute horizontally. Boom. And then let me move them down. So we've got, this is the Alex and Quip team here, even though it's a little smashed. That's fine. Boop, boop.
These are
Alright.
good teams. They're well balanced. You know,
Yeah.
the person that I would watch these movies with the.
We're good casting directors.
Oh yeah. And then let's put Gash and Seb over here. Let's get you out from back there though, Seb, because we're not gonna hide you back there. But yeah, these are fun teams. I like them. All right, so final lineup is Venkman, Patty, Phoebe, Roland, and Janine. I dig it. That's awesome. And then for Gash and Seb, we've got Kylie, Dr. Holtzman, Egon, Podcast, and Gruberson, which a lot of hair gel on this team. A lot of hair products.
Now looking at it, Winston should have been on this team. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna go with Winston when you're like, I'm feeling kind of nostalgic or something.
I-
But that's
I
fine.
was
It's
feeling-
all good. It's all good.
Podcast is a newer entry,
It
and I
is.
was like trying to give a little bit of, dap to the new generation.
I feel like Gruberson and Kylie, like their interactions would be good. Holtzman and Egon, they're doing their like their scenes are just crazy. Like they're just coming up with the weirdest stuff in the
Like
lab.
I said, it's
And then
only chaos.
Podcast is like trying to make sense of it all. So
Yeah,
it's good.
stuck in the middle.
Can I not?
Okay. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Who do we think? Actually, let's put it in the chat. Let's see who has the best team, right? Oh, well, let me stop the poll and pull up the other one. It was close. I could show it. So Ghostbusters got 40% of the vote for the best show or movie, and Real Ghostbusters comes out on top with 60% of the vote. That is solid. And then let me go ahead and start a new poll. So I'll hide that one. New poll is going to be which team is better. Which
I love that. I love that it's a competition now.
It has to be. It has to be.
It's got to be. So we got option 1, team Q&A, and then we've got team Tango and Gash.
Which team would bust more ghosts?
Yes.
This is anyone.
Oh,
It would be
that's
more
a good one. Yeah.
effective as-
Which
Yeah. that's-
I think
that's-
ours, because yours would just be
Bust
flirting
more
or making
ghosts.
jokes the whole time.
Which team would bust more ghosts? All right, so I'm gonna create that poll.
Quip, I emailed you a
then-
picture. I know we're tight, but maybe you can pull it up.
Yeah. All right, so 1, if you think team Q&A has the better, it's Alex and I if we have the better team, or a 2 in the chat if you think Seb and Gash have the better team. Y'all can do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Yes, the more brains behind mobile nuclear accelerators, the better. Thank you, Chris Bruno.
Hey,
we're
I mean,
leaving.
we got a Spangler on our team. We got Phoebe and Roland on our team. Like just
We got
just
Phoebe and
saying.
Roland.
You do.
I think
Hey.
Holtzman and Egon would distract. Like they would end up blowing up the city
Do
by
we have-
accident. Like, they
but-
would not get anything done.
But I think we got podcasts too to kind of balance it out. He'll come in. He'll
Was he
sit us down for
smart,
an
or
interview.
was he just like radio savvy?
He was kind of smart. Just
a
I
little
thought
bit.
he
He's
had
kind
like,
of smart, and he listened to the Stance podcast, so it's almost like you got a little mini
Yeah.
Ray.
But he's
you know?
a little out of
There
his
you go.
depth. I feel like Gruberson and Kylie, they just get on each other's nerves. Like I don't see your team working.
I love
together
that we're
all
trying to
well.
I
sway the
see what
vote.
you're
you
trying
know?
to do, Alex. I see what you're trying to do. I will
Campaigning.
give you
Gotta
that.
make the
but
argument.
I'll
Mr.
say-
Michael T is on our side too. Janine is doing the financials,
Yeah,
the taxes.
absolutely.
We're staying in business. We're staying in business. I'm just
Yep, she's
you know,
answering the
out there.
calls. Like
Yep.
kind of an important part of the
I think
whole Ghostbusters
Gruberson
thing.
does the same thing. He was in a small town. You have to wear a lot of hats. You got to wear a lot of hats in a small town.
All right, I'm trying to see if I can pull up this image that Seb put me while we've got the vote. All right, I'm gonna keep it open because I can, and that's the good part about controlling the poll. I'm gonna keep it open until we're winning, and then I'll close it.
It's kind of neck and neck. It's almost.
No, it's really neck and neck.
I'm gonna text my mom so she can like sign on and vote.
We're coming up on 2 hours, so it's gonna be close. I'll close it out in a second. I just got to send myself this photo.
Dole is saying our organization has no our team has no organization. Stop.
Also, on our team, Venkman could talk them out of any situation. Like if your team ends up like getting like arrested, like they're cooked. Like there's
true.
Oh yeah,
they got no one. Like maybe Gruberson.
There's no Riz. You don't think Kylie has Riz to get out of like lock and key or anything like that?
No. Yeah, I think she's too by the book. She doesn't know how to like kind of how to bluff. She doesn't. Kylie can't bluff the way Venkman can bluff.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's just rough. All right. So we're coming in close. We're at the 2 hour mark. It's 50-50. It's dead even. Anybody can break it. Don't log in.
Somebody break this up.
Way the vote. Yeah.
Somebody vote.
All right. So next vote is the swing vote, I guess. While I pull this up, hold on.
Gruberson goes to Walmart late at night to get Stay Puft marshmallows for s'mores.
Wait,
so
should we trust people that go? Well, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
Yeah, just because he's relatable doesn't mean
that was almost classist. Look at that.
Never
All right.
mind.
So hold on, I've got the picture up. So what is the significance of this picture?
So
you wanted me to pull this up for Tony Taylor.
Because Tony Taylor texted me this during the stream, like now, and that's that's his setup at his house.
That is his containment unit?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that life size?
Is awesome.
It looks to be.
No effing way. Dude.
Does the EPA know about that?
So I asked him if I could share it, and he said yes. But that is epic.
That's really
amazing. Cool. But I'm noticing that the light ain't green, so trap ain't clean.
There's danger.
There's danger in there. Yeah.
Trap is clean.
I guess there's no trap in it, so it's fine. It's idling.
Fair enough.
That's cool. Nice. I just wanted to show that because that is epic. Like now I realize that the level of fandom that Tony has is this level,
Yeah.
Oh, I never doubted it for a second. This is some really cool stuff. Okay. All right. Well, we are over the 2 hour mark. This was an extended Blur alert, but it's fun. It's always great having you here, Alex. Do you want to let the folks know where they can find you, what they can look forward to, what you've got kind of in the wings, and that they can anticipate getting more information from the Alex Brewer?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on Instagram at fanplastic4. And yeah, if you want to see it, like I posted that Janine sculpt that we showed off earlier in the show, and I'm a sculptor for Mondo, where I work on the real Ghostbusters line, in addition to X-Men, Batman, lots of stuff. And yeah, you can, if you go on mondoshop.com, you can check out the stuff that we've got coming. We got I worked on the Goliath from Gargoyles that's dropping soon that we showed off there. So I'm also on Gotham City Tonight with Ryan Dole. So you can check us out there at 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific, Wednesday nights. It's a good time.
Awesome.
Well, thanks again for coming on. BG, what do you got cooking? What do you got coming up? What can people look forward to?
You know what? All roads lead to Comic-Con at this point. So stay tuned. Hopefully some big reveals will happen there. I'm excited for it. So I think we might be boots on the ground, you and me, Quip. I don't know. You too, Sebastian?
I'm in a holding pattern, but I think so. The funny thing is that every time I make a trip, dude, like my social meter is drained. So after New York, I'm like, I'm gonna need a little bit of time to just bring that up, you know. But yeah, I'm hopeful.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I am definitely planning. We need to work it out. So got a place to stay. Gonna buy tickets for the airplane. Might need to have to pay the aftermarket price on some San Diego passes, but we can talk more. I'm trying to still figure out a good angle on how to actually get tickets so that I can be at San Diego Comic-Con. But I'm definitely gonna go out to San Diego. Already been talking with the wifey, and now it's just ironing out details. So look forward to being boots on the ground with you. Blurred Alert presence will be at San Diego Comic-Con, and also
there's another Toy Tuber party, right?
Yes, another Toy Tuber party with Geek Dad Life. Yes, so that's another one that's coming up. So we're definitely going to be there. So it's going to be fun. I was sad to miss out last year, but I'm excited to participate this year. This is going to be my first time ever going to San Diego Comic-Con. So just got to iron out.
During that party, deals were made.
Yeah,
that's how we got the Hound. To be honest,
that is
Mad Hatter made a handshake and a shot glass clink, and things happen, man. Maybe
who knows what'll happen again?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Alex joins Blurred Alert. Full.
All right, so Seb, you're up now. What do you got cooking?
Busy with BLERD, cool stuff coming. They're getting a lot of licenses and stuff like that. With apparel, shoes, accessories, toys, all the things. I'm looking forward to a little bit of downtime with family, but I do want to. So Sebastian Gomez Toys is my Instagram. I'm gonna start moving my YouTube channel, which is by the same name. So there's some older stuff in there, but stuff that did pretty well. So if anybody's curious, it might be similar to Instagram, maybe a little bit different. I'm gonna try and add some things there. But yeah, that's it. Just happy to be here.
Look forward to seeing more of your stuff on YouTube. It's gonna be fun. And good branding as far as making it consistent with your IG handle. So that's good.
Absolutely.
All righty. Well, before I go, or before we go, actually, I'll go up real quick. All right. So I'm on Geek Dad Live Sundays, 9-ish Eastern Standard Time at Geek Dad Life, along with Jay Glatfelter, who is the Geek Dad, and with Gary. And so, yep, that's just a show we do every Sunday. But apart from that, hanging out with y'all, posting stuff on Instagram, a couple of updates regarding the project that I shared last week for the Radiation Rangers. Still dialing that in. Got some TPU in. So as soon as it came in, though, I learned I'm going to need a filament dryer just to make sure that stuff doesn't get too gunky because it's a lot softer. Yeah. So, hey, adding to the lab over yonder as far as 3D printing capabilities.
See if you can find that AMS 2.0 has a dryer in it. So maybe you want to just
into it.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you want to just get that.
Okay.
Quip, do you have the Trick or Treat Studios Toxic Crusaders?
Those are nice.
I mean, you need this guy to complete the collection.
Yes.
You do? Okay, cool.
Yes, I don't have Dr. Kilimoff, and
because he's got the alien head.
Oh, he does have the bug head.
It was cut from the original toy, but there we go.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
This is y'all are a bad influence. I
it's
may
right
have
on
to
time.
pick him up, so that's cool. All right, but before we go, let's go ahead and reveal the results of who put together the better team in the draft. And the answer is drum roll.
Answer the call.
Tango and Gash win it.
That's what I'm talking about. They answered the call. Thank you.
I guess every chat can make mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, I want to recount.
I think Kylie Griffin tipped it, you know.
Yeah, Kylie Griffin was up there. I know a lot of people, when I had mentioned the draft on GDL, a couple people had sent me, hey, here's what I'm thinking. This is what I would want.
Oh, is that how people knew? I was wondering how people knew.
Everybody had Kylie on the list. Okay. Yeah. Oh, because I mentioned it on Geek Dad Live last night. Yeah, I said that we're doing a ramble and rank, but because picking a top 3, I really know the only variety, apart from my list for my personal reasons, it felt like, okay, top list is definitely going to have Ghostbusters and RGB on it. It was just a question of what's number 3
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people. We're going to have something that gives a little more changes. So I thought the draft would be fun, and I had fun. What about y'all?
Oh, it's awesome.
A
Yeah.
blast.
Only sad thing is that my wife is probably asleep. That's the only sad part. But it's all good.
Yeah, so
My
let's
wife
go
is
ahead.
awake and probably mad.
She's
So
just waiting. She's just waiting. She's like
She
this.
is right outside that room.
she's like,
Okay,
she's cracking her
let's wrap it
knuckles.
up. I agree. Chris Babinski rigged. I feel like they gerrymandered the chat. I don't like it. I don't like it when people. Tony Taylor. Thanks, Tony. We appreciate you coming. He's saying great show, guys. It was so cool to hang out with Sebastian and meet Alex over the weekend.
Tony the GOAT. Also Tony's dad.
Yeah,
Legend.
it was so awesome
Yeah.
to meet you guys in person.
Nice. All right. So VPG had fun. Mr. Michael T had fun.
Now
That's
you
what
know
it's all
Mr.
about.
Michael T's team is the correct team. Whatever he picked, that's the proper Ghostbusters team.
We gotta
Okay.
go with him. Yeah, leave it in the chat because I don't know if he put it in the chat, but leave it as a comment, Mr. Michael T, just so that we know what the real team would be that you put it together. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh, he said it's at the top of the chat.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
All right. No,
All right.
did I call his out or was that VPG's? I forget. Okay. Add it again to the chat because I don't see yours at the top of the chat, Mr. Michael T. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he said it. Okay. All right. So before we go, let's just say it. TVGRV rookie. All right. Because he's got the OP pack. All right. So RV
God,
rookie.
that's a
rookie.
We
comment.
got GB1 Egon. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Holtzman for the wild card. All
Right.
right. And then Melanie Ortiz. IDW is Melanie Ortiz.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Ooh,
See,
we went
this is
into
why-
the comics.
Yep. See, Mr. Michael T. He
I
knows
didn't even
all.
go into the comments. That is a solid team. I was
You know, like,
thank you for that.
and I'm going by the last name, Hispanic representation, maybe Ortiz.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, with that, y'all, it's been a fun Monday evening. It's been a longer Blurred Alert. You could have spent it anywhere, but you spent it with us, and so we appreciate it. So you all have a wonderful week. Go forth, do great things, take care of yourselves and each other, and the chat, or take care of each other and the playback crew. Shout out to y'all too. Put your teams in the comment section for what you would have picked for your dream team of Ghostbusters. And with that, we're out. Take care of yourselves and each other. Later, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.